Mr. Madness.
Are You Afraid of the Dark was a TV show on Nickelodeon. As a kid, it was one of my favorite shows because it was made especially for young teenage viewers. It appealed to our imagination and fears. It lasted all through the 90s, and it was like our generation's version of The Twilight Zone.
Submitted for your approval.
Submitted for the approval.
It was an anthology series. Each episode was a new story, but there were recurring characters, the kids who are telling the stories. They called their group the Midnight Society. They'd meet in a secret location in the woods at a campfire and share their creepy tales. This setting alone made the show cool because I didn't know anybody whose parents would allow them to go outside at night and meet with friends in the woods and scare the shit out of each other. I always tried to organize something like that, but it would never happen. These campfire scenes added to these stories a layer of rebellion and hipness. The stories covered vampires, werewolves, ghosts, just about every supernatural element you could think of. They weren't always that original, but for a kid in the 90s, they always seemed fresh and exciting. Lots of them were based on popular urban legends or variations on them. There's the episode Tale of the Prom Queen about kids investigating the ghost of a girl who died waiting for her prom date to pick her up. Then there was Tale of the Pinball Wizard, which wasn't scary at all. It was about a kid who's playing a pinball game and finds himself trapped in a mall after hours with all the characters from the game coming to life. This was one of those episodes that was more fantasy than horror. My favorite ones were the scary episodes like Tale of the Super Specs, about a mysterious pair of glasses from a strange magic shop that gives a girl the power to see invisible people. Just the idea that there could be these faceless figures in black moving among us that we can't see was an idea that really got under my skin. Then there was the Tale of the Laughing in the Dark, the mandatory clown episode. A kid goes into a funhouse where there waits a scary clown at the end. He steals the clown's nose because of a dare from his friends, and next thing the clown follows him home. I was never afraid of clowns like many people, but the idea of an inanimate character from a funhouse following you back to your house really freaked me out. It also has that traditional scare where he gets a phone call and it turns out the call is coming from inside the house. Yeah, remember landline phones, where more than one person in the house could pick up on the same line? The intro to the show was especially creepy. I'll never forget those empty swings and that weird dummy in the attic. This show may not be as great as I remember, but I still regard it as classic. It takes me back to a time when I wanted to have my own Midnight Society and throw magic dust on the fire. What was that stuff? It drove me crazy for years until I found out that it was just non-dairy creamer. And yes, it works. The show captures a child's sense of imagination, stories told by kids for kids. Telling scary stories in the dark or around a campfire is a pastime, something magical that gets lost as we become an adult. But when you're at your day job, drinking your coffee, drink it with some magic dust.